moving on. When I tell you these celebrities are coming out in rare form now that D you know DT is in White House now, bro. Like coming out in rare form. So in the video I'm gonna be looking at from Chick Smooth. Shout out to Chick Smooth once again. Uh Boosie crashes out over fans' backlash from begging Trump to pardon him over his Fed case. Now, if you guys don't remember, Boosie, I believe, had a Fed case in which he was taken to jail over him having, I believe it's a pew pew. He had like there's a video of him on I believe he was on like a live, and he had like he had a pew pew, and he wasn't supposed to have it, so somehow it got into the hands of the feds. They got him, and he was in jail. And I believe after that he was able to get out of jail, of course. But of course, the case was still is ongoing. So that's just to bring you up to speed. But now it says that he's begging Trump. So let's just see what Chiggs is talking about.
YouTube, Chiggs. Get ready. You know what to do, Chiggs.
So look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Hey, you guys, please leave Boosie alone, man. Let that boy beg Trump to get his situation right. Oh, man, listen, I told you guys yesterday, this is only the beginning. You guys are going to see a lot of your favorite rappers doing something strange for a piece of change or a favor. Now, a couple days ago, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, and Rick Ross were all called out for performing at Trump's inauguration ball. Some of these rappers came out to admit, yeah, I did it for the money. I did it for the bag. You guys do not pay my goddamn bills, so let me go out here and get my money from wherever. Today, we have Boosie begging Trump to be pardoned. Back in June 2020.
And to be honest, no celebrity has any right to explain anything to any fans, because at the end of the day, there are still people in the black community who have mad respect for Donald Trump, especially our entertainers. It don't have to be rappers. It could be singers. It could be an actor or actress, somebody in basketball, football. They all got respect for Donald Trump. I mean, what can you do? Rich man, he's a billionaire from New York who has always been looked at as like one of those popular figures. Doesn't matter what industry you're in the entertainment industry, they all have a liking to him. So I mean, I get it. It's nothing to be mad about. I mean, these people have allegiances to him. So
2023, Boosie was detained in San Diego after cops discovered weapons in the car he was riding in. Boosie was eventually charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, luckily for Boosie, he actually got that charge against him dismissed. But then fast forward to last year, July 2024, Boosie was hit with an indictment for a second time on the federal gun charges. This was all after law enforcement uncovered new evidence that was dismissed in his San Diego case.
Oh, wow.
So that's currently an active case that Boosie.
Okay, so it's an active case.
After
Okay.
seeing Trump pardon so many people over the last couple of days, Boosie took to Twitter to shoot his shot.
He ain't do nothing. He pardoned all the people from January 6th, and the guy who has like that website who started that website on the dark web or something like that. He pardoned a lot of people. It's crazy. It's crazy to say. Freed a lot of people from the January 6th riots.
And see if Trump was gonna pardon him. Boosie tweeted saying, Trump, Check my case out. My case was dismissed, but Biden's DOJ recharged me with the same gun charge Biden pardoned his son on. I
Wow.
was told I am the only person in the country facing that charge now. President Trump. I already was given a 10-year sentence in states in 2009 for third offense marijuana. I was never even offered rehab, straight to prison. And Trump. I'm Boosie. I'm a rapper and filmmaker from Baton Rouge. I was targeted. My mouth and things I stand on get me in a lot of shit, but I'm real. My lawyer, Megan Blanco, can explain the case. She knew the charges against you were so bad, even she...
Here's my thing about this. Why would you do this on social media? Why don't you just like find a way to like maybe, I don't know, DM him or reach out to somebody on his team? Like doing this publicly makes you look a certain way, you know, and I can see why anybody would like criticize him. Like, man, now Boosie looks like a Uncle Tom or something like that to people after seeing this. Like I can understand somebody who's a big fan of Boosie saying like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on here begging Donald Trump to pardon you? Like, there's a better way to have done this, for real.
Spoke about it on radio. Now, after Boosie got some backlash from certain people on social media, some people said, I swear, y'all black men going outside. Someone else said, Boosie stops at D-list rappers. You don't meet the requirements.
He's saying, hey,
Another
Massa,
person
pick
said,
me.
begging
Dang.
Massa to take the chains off is wild. This
Damn.
is where Boosie loses it after not getting the response he was hoping for. He said, damn, I know so many people don't want me to be pardoned. This social media world would rather see you fall than be great. And not just with me, with any famous person. You better know that as soon as you get into some shit, they gonna kick you way harder when you down than they lifted you up when you was up. We gotta stay out of trouble. People want you in prison and away from your kids. It's funny to them because they have never been. And then
see, here's my problem. Like, here's my thing about this. Like I said, like you did it wrong. You did this publicly. You could have went in the DMs. You could have, you could have asked Kodak Black, something. You could have asked one of the rappers who have been in Donald Trump's presence, like, hey, how do I reach out to Donald Trump? How do I like get in contact with him? Some way, somehow you could have did it like that instead of like doing this, because this is embarrassing. And now you saying like, oh, I didn't know so many people didn't want me to be pardoned, bro. People look at you like a real nigga. Like a real nigga, bro. You survived. You dodged like doing like real time for a murder case. Only to turn around and do this. It makes you look crazy, like my dog. It makes you look so crazy. It makes you look so crazy. It really makes you look like a spoon. Replace the S and the P and put the C. It really makes you look like that.
Boosie says fuck it and crashes out. He said, and one more thing. Y'all saying I shouldn't ask for a pardon?
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep asking. This is my life. I already asked Biden for 1 month ago. Now I'm asking Trump. Where I'm from, closed mouths don't get fed. My case was already dismissed. I deserve a pardon. Hashtag argue
The way
with
he's
your
talking.
mama.
Now, funny enough, this is not the first
Oh,
time
boy.
Boosie has asked Trump for a pardon. Back in November 2024, when Trump won the presidency, Boosie tweeted him and asked him, yo, can you pardon me on my Fed case?
Oh, okay.
I'm
This
a
wasn't the
nonviolent
first time.
felon." Now, listen, I don't blame Boosie for asking Trump to be pardoned for his
He just
case.
didn't ask
If you
the right
guys
way.
remember a couple years back, Trump actually pardoned Kodak Black on his case. Now, maybe Trump was trying to
Pardon
get some
Lil
black
Wayne,
votes
too.
when he pardoned Kodak Black. Regardless of the intent, he still pardoned the rapper.
And he brought A$AP
And if
Rocky
you're
back
Boosie,
from
this
Sweden.
is more than social media. This is
So, I
about
mean-
your life and your family. So whoever you got to reach out to make it happen, hey, listen, man, I'm not going to judge him for it. Now, I definitely don't want to see Boosie up on stage performing at a Trump event, especially after you
it's
criticized
coming.
Trump in the past. But if
It's
you're
coming.
able to use your celebrity status
It's
to get
definitely
yourself out
coming.
of trouble and not have to end up back
He's gonna be up there. Boosie's gonna be performing for Boosie's going to be performing for Trump. It's coming, or he's going to be at the White House. I'm sure at some point, at some time. It might not be this year. It might not be this year. It might be next year. It might be the year after. It's somewhere in his presidency. Boosie's going to be there. Boosie's going to be there.
Back in prison, then hey, who are we to judge Boosie? You guys get in the comments below. Do you guys think Boosie is selling out by reaching out to Trump to get a...
I mean, forget about whether he's selling or not. You just didn't ask the right way. I feel like, I mean, it's a serious thing. It's a serious case. I feel like it's his business to ask what he want to ask, but I feel like he just should have did that in private. It's not something for the internet, especially the way that a lot of like people look at you as far as like being somebody who's a real nigga. I mean, on one end, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go ask him, see what happens. On the other end, I'm just like, well, as far as like your public image and how you look, I mean, that's everything. And, you know, Boosie is on social media 24/7, almost all the time. So it's like, you should care how people feel and how they value you as a person and as an artist and as a performer. Or, you know, there are people who look up to you. So you should be thinking about that as far as like having dealings with Donald Trump. That's how I feel about it.